Here we go. Timing includes character creation, and for the glitch turn we use Rakas, which stands for Ranger Android Male. That is, we need Ranger because the ranged weapons are the fastest for a speedrun. Use the Cast because it has highest strength growth, which allows us to use sabers from the start, which is... Also they name their characters too, because it's the fastest, and what name you give, it depends what license color you get, and set name 1, but character under name 1 cannot get a drop of shotgun, which will be useful later on. We are dropping everything to set up a glitch. We talk to this lady, so she can tell us about our Lord and Savior Tekker. To what's its name? Identify. But here we're gonna use not gonna use the Tekker. We're gonna use this lady though to can access the deposit and also use the pause menu, so we can deposit money and also drop money. That we can duplicate our... And we need a lot of money early on. And don't get too hasty, Technognome. It's about to come still. Ooh, and seems like the Belookan dropped this. But it was after he duplicates money, so that's good. We're ahead of Gyoo at the moment. But the menu is gonna cost him a lot of time. Okay, seems like Gyoo might be having some... Okay. So now sabers and equipping them as nothing. Which doesn't cost him a slot in inventory, but gives him stats from a saber. All the weapons available at the start have the highest bonus. So that's why we use that. He got lucky that he had sabers +2 in shop. Because, well, they are +2, they are stronger. So lucky only regular sabers, but they'll do. Every other saber is equipped, so they have to sell everything else. Antidote, which is only used for feeding mag because androids are immune to poison, to heal themselves. About to enter first area, Forest. So in each level, maps are random to a degree. Number of layouts in each. In the first 5 levels, there are 3 different layouts, and in the later 5 there are 6 each. In the forest they are least randomized because the general map layout is the same. It's just different where you start, towards the exit, and what doors are open from which side. In each room we fight waves of enemies, and to open the door we have to kill a certain amount. And as you can see, because of the glitches, he's shooting with sabers, but he actually has a gun equipped. So many sabers equipped that gun doesn't appear in his hand. It's actually a glitch which causes one weapon killer to not work properly, so once he gets that weapon, he's gonna need to fix the glitch. First areas, all enemies have attributes native attributes, and weapons can have bonus damage against certain attributes. But it's not really that useful. And also, as you can see, it's one-shotted with a normal attack, and this is gonna be true up until the final area, where enemies get tougher. Gyoo got the fastest map. I haven't paid attention to starting had the fastest map, so that's good. So let me open real quick my map. Can look up. Oh, and they got the same layout, and this is the average layout. So in every second area of the first two worlds, let's call it that way, there will be a big black pillar they have to activate to access the final fourth area. If they won't activate each of them, then they will be stuck after third boss. Run over for them. And if you remember right, in the Dreamcast version, you cannot activate pillars until you boss, so that's why it's slower. Also, friendly reminder that timing in this game is impossible. Barely missed the traffic. But luckily, I didn't come close enough to hit him. I'd wonder what is the deadliest enemy in the game. And the answer for that is... you might see some boxes lying around, they contain some treasure. And the problem with them is sometimes your character will lock on them instead of enemy which is right next to them. And this might be pretty deadly, depending on the situation. Okay, seems like Belookan is slightly ahead now. Still can change. We might get slightly different map layouts later on. And that would cost an eternity. Okay, so I didn't mention traps. Androids have access to traps for different kinds. There are damage traps which, well, deal damage. There are freeze traps which can freeze enemies, and they are useful against certain enemies in tough situations. So you can just drop it around, blow up the trap and freeze whatever was chasing you. And also confuse traps which confuse enemies. Fighting the boss, Dragon. He's a pretty strong dragon. He can stomp, blue fire, also fly underground doing digging attack, but we won't see any of this. With one hit, Dragon gets staggered and now gets shot to the death. So, like this, Dragon cannot be damaged. And also you can move during his death animation. He disappears. So Belookan tries to get near the teleporter and he almost got in. Nice. As you can see, Belookan is feeding his Mug with antidotes. After feeding him 10 antidotes, Mug is gonna evolve. And one thing that evolution of Mug grants is Mug Blast. After getting center, allows us to do an explosion every so often. Useful for the final bosses, you get some invulnerability frames during that. They are in the second area of the game, caves. Enemies here are called Altered Beasts, and you mostly fight those sharks with the blade hands. Other things like lilies, which can poison you and paralyze, but it doesn't affect cast. This is the fastest layout if I recall. Yep, fastest layout again. Yeah, we'll get the same map. The same map. I guess they're on the same RNG seed. I don't quite remember when exactly maps are rolled. As you can encounter in the caves, there are grass hun giant praying mantises, and they're actually pretty hard casually because they can place and they can also do a charge attack which starts with their roaring, and during that time they are immune to any damage. There are also those nano dragons which can actually kill other enemies. What's up? But the worst enemies in all the caves are panarms, and we haven't saw any yet, but they are the worst enemies in this area. And showing are those... yes, it's the word. Basically, they smash the ground every so often, and if you stand below, you're gonna get smacked for a damage. And also some of you might saw some floating red thingies. Those are mines, similar to our traps, but instead. So normally those natural traps are hidden, but because we play as cast, we get to go. Normally you have to use an item that's called Trap Vision. You might have an unpleasant surprise. Belookan's still in the lead, and I think he's heading towards the yes. Yes, this is the final room before the exit from this level. Few enemies in the left room. Also, worth mentioning, as you saw, Belookan opened the chat menu while he was running past that praying mantis. If you're next to something you can lock on, your character is gonna move slowly and raise their weapon. However, if you have menu or open or you currently don't have any skills that can lock on in your, then you won't lock on anything and will keep moving at your normal speed, which is faster. And also in case new enemies introduce slimes. They're pretty annoying because most of the time they move around in I don't even know how to call that form. Basically as a small puddles, and in that form they're immune to any damage. You just have to wait until they come out. Usually this doesn't take long. Usually they're very bad because after each hit they're gonna the puddle and you'll have to wait again. And I also didn't look at what layout did Belookan get. Let me see. Also fastest layout. Oh yeah, they're doing pretty well. Angie? And I believe Gyoo now has different map than the Belookan. Yes, it has a different layout, but it's also a fast one, so they're about even with maps. Up maps again. Okay, so Belookan actually has this advantage on his map that Pillar is right on the way. Sidetrack a bit to get his. Okay, and Gyoo is in the waterfall room. This room appears in every cave layout. Let's go through it. You could say it's a signature room of this. Okay, and let's see what Cave 3 layout this Belookan get. Nice. Nice map RNG. Fastest map every map. That's really good. And also Belookan took a second there to pick up Soul Atomizer. Cures every status ailment. Cannot be cured with any other item. Including Shock, which are ones that casts are vulnerable to. It's annoying because it's like paralyzed. Makes you not be able to do any action except use items. Temporal, unlike paralyzed, which lasts until cured, but their casts are not immune to shock, and it's a very big problem for them. Oh, I actually see that I misread the Lucas map. He actually got the longest one, not the fastest. If I recall right, he should be now close to the right in the next room should be a teleporter to a boss fight. Yoga got the longest one. The boss is probably one of the worst bosses casually, but in a speedrun he ain't. In a glitched speedrun, I should mention, he ain't so bad. Time slot isn't very favorable. I'm in the same time zone as and because I go to sleep late, I only had like what, 4 hours of sleep? I'm tired, but I feel very tired. Our strat for the just to break his skull helmet and then fire at his head. Can actually get some hits while he's still swimming before he lands. Get some to destroy his skull helmet and maybe damage his face a little. Then we can kill him before he even attacks, which Belookan didn't. The principal again, and then we enter third area, mines, which are infested with rogue robots. maybe there are those gill chicks. They have one annoying thing. If you hit them but not kill them, just collapse and be immune to damage for a short while. And I believe Belookan got the fastest layout. Map RNG so far, I gotta say. Only one long layout and only shorter everywhere. It's quite a lead now over Gyoo. Robots that started to appear are those Canadines. They are small flying robots, they have two attack patterns. Only above the ground and shoot you with the lightning bolts. Move in a very fast burst. Attack in close quarters. Need the purple one that Belookan just killed. They are basically ninjas. And they are pretty hard because they can launch a charge which don't kill until it launches charge. You are likely hit unless you move off the way. They are pretty tough enemies. There are two kinds of Sinnohs, which can multiply himself, although the clones die from one hit from anything. Sinnoh Ghosts, which can heal themselves and nearby enemies. And also you can see those yellow mines. Don't deal damage, but they inflict status ailments. Once in the mines, I believe, cause either confusion, which makes you move in random direction if you move, which makes you move really slow. Also seems like Belookan got lost a bit. Memorizing layouts might be a little hard. I myself never really bothered memorizing them. Every time I run this, I just have open PDF with maps and little time looking at maps every time I enter the area. Memorizing, but way easier. Okay, let's see what map will Gyoo get. Belookan is on the fastest one, and what kind of map will Gyoo get? Okay, from side into big room. Okay, this looks like an average layout. Or is it then the Belookan's one, but gives him now even more lead. New enemy kind introduced in the mines too, Dapchik. They look like those Gilchiks, however they come back to life after you kill them. Their floating core, which causes all Dapchiks in the area to die. Design is, I have to be honest, annoying casually, but I really like their idea. As you saw on the Belookan's end, aiming is impossible. He was standing right next to the single gold and just missed. Excuse me. And here's other enemy, Garance. He died real quick, but which protects him from damage unless attacked from the backside. And also he fires homing missiles, which while actually kite around Garance and have him be hit by their own missiles, which is a pretty nice strat and also looks pretty silly. Okay, so for some reason Belookan decided to drop a telepipe. If you remember Town Scroll Portal from Diablo 2, that's basically the same thing. There is a way out in the distance, but in this layout you have to first deactivate this blue gate, so you can access later at the end the room with a pillar. I think this is the most annoying mine layout in this regard. So I didn't really look up what layout did it. So let me check real quick. Longest one. Also, it's worth mentioning that you don't really have to kill, in some rooms, you don't really have to kill every enemy to progress. You You only need to kill certain enemy groups. I never really have and which you don't, so can't really tell. But if you know, it can save you at time. See if Belookan got any auto gun drops. So in the mines too you can get a drop of auto gun, which is just a pair of SMGs. Weapon which is very devastating for bosses. Now it's time for the mines boss. I forgot his name. Volop, yes, Volop. You have to either shoot the screens or the pillars that emerge from the ground. And when shooting the screens, you don't want to shoot too fast any damage, and Belookan really is screwing him up a bit because he's shooting too fast. What's wrong? He wasn't shooting too fast. Because if you shoot too fast, screen time can take damage, but the boss might take no damage. Did a really good job in the first phase. And now second phase. Now has a ton of weapons which he uses in a set order, but a speedrun of a glitch with a glitch is a joke. There's a chance that with the weapons will contain a shot. No shot, but knife gun instead. That's also good. So let's see. Sniper, knife, push up. It's okay. Weapon in the run because it has a spread, allowing you to kill entire pack of enemies at once. You're gonna need to hope to get one. Let's see what offerings he got. The longest one. Classic PSO map RNG. Here, there are those bipedal Demonians, those floating cloths. Pretty annoying. So he found the autogun, which is same thing as a handgun, only slightly stronger, and decided to drop one. So we just saw a thing fall from the sky on Belookan's end. Or traps, because you can, unless you know they are there, you can't know that they are there, and they are really annoying. It's the worst enemy in the area. What's its name? Cancel the ranged attack from the close-up, which is really annoying. Clip from afar, which is also really bad. And other deadly enemy. He casts unavoidable attack, which can one-shot you if I recall right. New enemy type, Dark Belra, which can shoot his fist from afar and also one-shots you. Very deadly. You have to be on your toes non-stop. Some drops, but no shots. Really need to use strong attacks against claws like Belookan does. They are from normal attacks, only enemies in this area. Gyoo is doing bit of bite. And seems like he got the same layout that Belookan had. Not really much to say now. Just walking and shooting. From the saber. I'm actually surprised that Belookan isn't trying to in hopes of getting a shot. That's what I usually do if I don't get one on ball up fight. Well, whatever works for him, I guess. Some weapon drops. No luck for shots. Oh, and he just got a shot. Very nice. Clear whole packs with one salvo. Oh, and Gyoo died. Well, there goes. Well, it might have been proved useful on a final boss, but not anymore. Oh, it's still a couple minutes before final boss. It's worth noting that final boss one-shots you, making him really tough. However, you can before he kills you, and that's what we try to do in a glitched run. And we play as the fourth, which has very low HP growth. We're just hoping for a good drop. Improve your life by using... I forgot what they really are, but they're socketable items which you can socket in armor with sockets. And there are some that increase your life, so in a glitchless speed you only want two of those, and also one which is consumable that permanently increases your HP. With that you can actually tank one shot from final boss, which is enough because you tank one hit, you can tank one again. Wow. Missed the Belookan. He was standing in some sort of a sweet spot or something. I never saw something like that with the minion happen. Things happen with the Chaos Bringer. But you won't see that in this season because we just kill Bringer too fast. And look what layout did the Belookan there got. It doesn't matter, he's now in the final room before the boss. It's always the same room. Big room with a center. He just fights a gauntlet of enemies here. Belookan remembers to fix the glitch with mech gun. Be useful on the final boss. Sir being horrible, like usual. Okay, so here comes the final boss. And Belookan still didn't fix the... Did he fix the Machian glitch? Oh, and Gyoo died. Oh, he did. You can tell that by the fact that he can. If he didn't, he wouldn't hold it. He would be shooting from air. And I think race is over for Gyoo. Anyway, final boss. It starts with those floating spinny saw-blade things, but after you kill some, a real boss appears. Usual for the Dark Phantasy series, Dark Falls. First we need to lock on one of his heads. Oh my, close, because I think some shots missed. Anyway, now phase 2. Kill him quickly. Okay, didn't, but he moved right into phase 2. Normally Dark Falls would run away from you, and then he could use some attacks which are very hard to dodge or straight out impossible. But and GG for Belookan, 58-48, that's a pretty good time. 5 minutes faster than my PB, and I also believe that's PB for Belookan himself. Let me actually check. Yes, this is it. GG Belookan. Wait, no, 45 seconds PB. GG. We have audio from Gyoo, so we're not gonna yet hear the awesome credits song. It's really awesome. If you want to listen it on YouTube, it's called Can Still See the Light. Hopefully Gyoo won't die now. Okay, so Gyoo is in the ruins still. Quite a long way to go. Oh, I'm not gonna blame him. It's pretty early for him. It's not even... It's almost 9 AM, and I usually sleep till noon. so Gyoo decided to fix the mech gun glitch there. Okay, Gyoo finally entering the final area. Final area before the boss, that is. Okay, I actually didn't look up what layout did he adopt. Point, I'm not sure if I'll be able to see. Although I'll try. Yes, ouch. Quite a while away from the boss. Okay, Gyoo is about 5 rooms away from the boss. Is this live commentary or stream too? Well, I mean, my commentary, I'm at my home just for my stream. I'm not there on site. But it's not pre-recorded or anything. I'm just not saying much because and I pretty much said it. It's worth saying. Yes, there is Phantasy online too. That one still can't tell much about it. I just know that it wasn't officially released in the West. People are playing on the Japanese server. Belookan finished about 10 minutes ago, I believe. The maps. And Gyoo had some bad luck and also died. One map ahead of him. Belookan also had really good Dark Pulse fight. Well, maybe except the had some problems locking on. But second phase was disgustingly good. Gyoo died twice. He had a cape though. Okay, seems like it's time for Gyoo for a Dark Pulse fight. So maybe I'll tell about attacks of the Dark Souls himself. In the first phase he can spawn those Sublade thingies, I forgot their names. He can also use an attack called Heaven's Punishment, which conjures pillars of light. It can't be dodged, but good luck with that. And I believe he can also spawn Novas of Fire and Ice. He can do the same, but he can also slow you down by shaking the ground, and also can steal your life And if I remember right, life steal cannot kill you. Oh, and he ran away. So as you can see, there's a yellow circle on the Gyoo's hand. This means he has a Mage Charge and can use it to bypass one attack. Oh shoot, killed. Very unlucky. It's Mage Charge now, so he can't use it anymore. He's not gonna finish. Well, GG. Very close stuff. This will be it from me. Thanks for having me in and have the marathon.